What's up, YouTube? It is your boy JB, and we're here today with the review for Love and Marriage Huntsville Season 3, Episode 15, you guys. So, you guys will see, before you'll see this video, you'll see my Ready to Love video. So, Ready to Love is going to be up, but there's not going to be any love after lockup or life after lockup this weekend, unfortunately. I just needed a break, you guys. I really did. Because YouTube has been giving me crap for the last 2 days, right? So, Thursday morning, I uploaded my Sisters and my Beverly Hills review, right? Beverly Hills went up without an issue. It went up. It was monetized. Nothing was wrong with it. Sisters go up. I turn on the monetization. As soon as I turned the monetization on, it said limited. It said that it wasn't suitable for their advertisers. So I had to request for a human review. So that took about 24 hours, literally. And then the human reviewer said, oh, we reviewed this and your video is suitable for all advertisers. I'm like, I knew that. I knew that. I don't, in the first few seconds of the video, I never cursed. And even in that video, with the F-bombs that were dropped, I censored myself in that video. And then Friday, when I uploaded my Marriage Bootcamp Hip Hop Edition video, I went to monetize that video, and it's talking about I can't monetize it because it's shorter than 8 minutes. Now, if you go look at that video is 19 minutes and I believe 21 seconds long. So I still can't monetize that. And they said that, I reached out to someone at YouTube and they were like, yeah, it's still processing. Mind you, when I finally spoke to someone about this, I posted that video at 10 a.m., right? This was 8 p.m. when I finally spoke to somebody, but it's still processing. And the video still can't be monetized. So yeah, here lately you guys will be getting some, if I can't monetize it, I'll just give it to you guys. I don't want to do that, but I will. I think going forward very soon, once I get established in my own place, we're gonna, because I have a Patreon. I'm just trying to figure out what I want to put on a Patreon, right? I think I want to do some watch-alongs like horror. I want to get you guys to give me some just suggestions on what to watch. And then also I'm probably going to do a membership over here on YouTube. But we'll discuss that as we go along, right, you guys? So before we get into the review, if you guys are watching this video or any other on the channel and are not yet subscribed to the channel, then I'm going to need you guys to do me just a big, huge, solid favor and hit that subscribe button, the like button, the share button. Stop taking me out on this date and having me pay for it at the end of it. Do all those things for me. Like, comment, subscribe, share, everything in the book. And with that out the way, you guys, let's discuss Love and Marriage Huntsville, shall we? All right, you guys. So this episode, I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. This episode had a lot of parts that kind of, PO'd me, pissed me off. There were a lot of parts in this episode that pissed me off, and we are going to discuss every single one of them in detail. Ah, dang it. All right, there we go. No, I didn't handwrite my notes, you guys. So I'm just moving this because it was in my way. So, the episode, we start up, we see Kimmy and Maurice, right? So Kimmy and Maurice, they're going to what I thought at one point. I was like, oh, is he really taking her to Scott Manor? Even though she said she doesn't want to move on to that compound. She don't want, I don't blame Kimmy for not wanting to build on Scott Manor, on that compound. You would have to deal with Letitia. And then dealing with Letitia, you would also inadvertently have to deal with Wanda and her curls. Absolutely not, right? So Kimmy, so the land they're looking at, it's nice, right? I'm like, okay. I'm like, that's okay. I'm like, I rocks with it, right? So Kimmy's talking about, I want to put this here. I want to put that there. I want the driveway to be like this. And Maurice is like, slow your roll. This is not for us to build our house. This is for a spec house. She's like, a spec house, Maurice? This is not our dream home? He's like, no. I want bigger than 1 acre. I was like, oh. It's so funny. The fact that Maurice is talking about the house, right? So I'm at my grandmother's house is right here next to me. And then there's this land right here where a house used to be years ago, right? My aunt actually had them tear it down because the homeless people were coming and sleeping in the house, right? because the door was open. It was never locked. So the house is gone, and it's not that big of a land, but you look at it and you be like, damn. I'm thinking about like Kimmy, like I can put this there, da 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 da. Because y'all know that is my goal within the next year or two to have two houses, one in Dallas and one here in my hometown. So Maurice says that he feels like he thought that this could be the next step in her real estate since she's doing some work with Jalen. Now, Maurice, Kimmy has told you many of times that she doesn't want to do real estate, right? She loves her nursing job. So Kimmy doesn't want to give up her nursing to do real estate. Now, yes, that is Jalen's, that is Jalen's goal, but it's not Kimmy's. Kimmy, I think, is just basically being the eyes, the ears, facilitating with Jalen, helping him along the way. So then he talked about the fact that he's discussed with both Martell and Marceau. More specifically, he talked to Martell about building, and then he also wants to work with Uncle Mike. And Kimmy is like, but Martell doesn't have his builder's license, so what is he gonna build? I guess he's gonna build a paper mache house at this point. I don't know. But he was like, no, I think Marcel is working with someone. He might be working with someone, but you don't know this person, so you don't know this person's business acumen. You don't know what their, I'm gonna take from Erica. You don't know what their Yelp reviews are. Like, you don't know this stuff, so you're gonna go. So just because Martell is working with this person, and anybody that works with Martell at this point, I'm sorry, you guys. I got a side eye for him. Like, I got a question. I'm like, not talking about his personal, but at this point, his personal and his business life, they are merging they are both equally messy, because you messed up your personal life with your wife, who was basically your brain when it comes to the business, right? So I actually kind of guess I am. Yeah. I look at anybody sideways, right? So I look at you sideways. Yeah. All right, you guys, we're gonna pause here and move forward. All right, you guys. Also, I forgot to mention with Maurice. Maurice doesn't talk to Kimmy, and that is, if I were Kimmy, like, that would infuriate me to no avail. That would infuriate me that you make all these plans, but you don't ever bring them. You don't come to me for input, guidance, nothing. You just make these damn plans. Like, that would infuriate my spirit, right? And then he gonna talk about, he asked her to pick up, I'm not calling that little boy monster, Maurice Jr., right? No, that was your idea. You do it. So let's talk about Martell real quick, right? Oh God, Martell. So I see why Martell is the way he is, and it makes a whole lot of sense after watching this episode, right? So we see Martell, and he got the kids with him, right? He said something in this. He said one thing in this. Not, it might have been more than one, but in this first scene that we saw him in his interview with the producers, he really pissed me off, right? Because he's talking about the fact that he's a single dad. He got his mom, he got Miss Marlene over there, and he's talking about the fact of, doing the girl's hair, right? Now, we all know traditionally most men don't know how to do a little girl's hair, right? Unless unless you are a beautician or something, right? Like my mom's beautician, he was a man. His name was Stan, and he has daughters, right? So I would assume he knew how to do his daughter's hair. Unless you know how to do a little girl's hair, it's mostly going to be the women. But for Martell to sit there and say that, basically, in a nutshell, he's trying to say that doing the girl's hair is the woman's job. And that chauvinistic stuff, like, that is what irritates me. So Martell then mentions to his mother about when they were in Vegas how Marceau mentioned depression, right? And then him and Maurice had that conversation and feel that they, might do them a world of good just to sit down and talk to a therapist, right? Well, Miss Marlene doesn't think so, right? And that's another thing I hate, right? In the black community, we frown up and, turn our noses up at therapy. Most people say, go to church, go to talk to God. It's okay. And I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh my God, you shouldn't talk to God, right? I'm not going to say that, because talk to God, have a relationship with God, right? But also, if you need therapy, baby, You need motherfucking therapy. So then here's the thing that I had. My little cousin them just pulled up and she finna mess with me. Hey. Hey. Sorry, y'all. Sorry, guys. So, I'm back. So, Ms. Marlene, in this episode, and in this particular scene, right, Ms. Marlene, it's so interesting with Ms. Marlene, right? Because we've watched Ms. Marlene for seasons talk about the fact that, especially the male, that, just because you and Martell divorcing, you still my daughter-in-law, right? Where was that energy at where was that energy at in this episode, right? You don't care that Martell, it ain't doing you nothing that he has a baby with another woman, right? Then you talking about the fact that he works so much, and at one point Mel was on the couch and asking him to do things, and you didn't like that. I'm like, oh, so we seen a different side of Ms. Marlene. I really hope that this is brought up at the reunion. I really do. Like, had I knew this, oh God, because this would have been a question I would have asked Carlos too for the reunion. But yeah, so then he told her about Vegas and him and Mel arguing about the song, right? Ms. Marlene, why would you go and tell that little boy that song is about his dad? Like, ma'am, have a little bit of tact, a little couth, so to speak. You literally told a little boy, like, you knew that wasn't right. You knew damn well that wasn't right. This is a kid. He hears a song. Oh, that song. She probably talking about your daddy. Say what? I just don't protect the kids. Protect the kids, right? So then we move over and we see Martell and we see Maurice, right? So they're going to be talking to Dr. Francis. So Martell, buddy, I'm going to need you to go up one more size. So it looks like you're wearing a large, right? That shirt is probably a large. I'm going to need you to go up to an extra large, and then I'm going to need you to stop showing the cleavage. But that shirt has to be a large. Cuz it looks like I can fit it. Actually don't even look like actually it does not look like I can fit it. That shirt looks like it's too big for me. I'm between medium and large, and that shirt looks like it's a large on you, but I'm gonna need you to go up one extra size to an extra large because it looks like it's just cutting your circulation off, right? So Maurice calls Marceau to see if Marceau's coming down there to join them for this group's therapy session, right? Here's another thing that pissed me off in this episode. Marceau. So Marceau is talking about Dr. Francis, right? And Dr. Francis, he feels like Dr. Francis is more equipped to talk to women or men who think like women. What the fuck does that mean, men who think like women? Oh, are you talking about the men that are not chauvinistic asshole pigs? Those type of men? The men that actually validate women, the men that, if a woman rejects them, they know how to take no for an answer. The men that don't believe in these roles that, oh, I'm man. I go out, make the money, put the bacon on the table, and you cook bacon. Me hungry. Me hungry. Me hungry. Me want sex. Me want sex. Is that the man? Is that the kind of man? That's the kind of man you think he can't talk to. The Neanderthal, the caveman. That's the kind of man you think he can't talk to, because and I think the reason why Marceau feels that way is because Marceau is so stuck in his ways, and that Marceau doesn't want to change. Like, you grew up with that old school mentality. I just don't understand that. That's the one thing I don't understand is that old school ass mentality about what a man does versus what a woman does, right? But hey, I ain't got nothing else for it, right? So Maurice then tells Dr. Francis that he believes that, he might be depressed. So he's like, so because of what Marceau said, you then think you're depressed, right? So then Maurice starts explaining everything. He works a lot. He never takes a vacation. He does, he just does so much trying to be an entrepreneur, right? And I applaud. I will say that I applaud, all the men on this show, right, for being entrepreneurs. I do applaud them for that thing, right? But here's my thing when it comes to being an entrepreneur. Yes, you are those. It's your business. So it's your business, it's your baby, right? You want to make sure it's good and taken care of, right? I get that, but at the same time, you might be neglecting other things like your family, yourself. There are a lot of things that you could be neglecting, putting so much emphasis and focus on this business because you are afraid, because you don't want it to fail. You don't want it to die. You don't want it to, you don't want anything bad to happen to it. But when you're not taking care of yourself, you're not actually helping your baby, your business, your brand. So that's that, right? So Dr. Francis, now I'm sorry, but I know Maurice, this cannot be the first time Maurice has heard this or even knows this, right? That he has two wives, the business and Kimmy. So then, Dr. Francis talked to Martell about his, how he is. And the thing is, Martell put himself in this situation. Martell has lost a lot, right? But Martell has lost a lot because of what Martell has done. There are consequences to your actions. Every cause has an effect, right? So you went out and cheated on Mel. She divorced you. She was the brains of the operation. You lose that brains. Like, instead of going out there cheating, why didn't you go out there and get your builder's license? That's the question that I have. Well, instead of cheating, get your builder's license. But let's move on. And I think we're going to wrap up. Yeah, we are. All right, guys. So let's talk about the Destiny race, right? I will say, big shout out to Maurice and Letitia, right? Big shout out to them for that one, because that one, I really like the Destiny race. I would actually love to be a part of it. If I'm ever able to, I would so love to be a part of the Destiny race, because although I'm not a big runner, I would probably jog. Well, I would probably walk. Let's stop lying. But I would love to be a part of it, because I like that idea where you write down your goals and your destiny, right? And it's at the finish line and you run toward it. So it's actually you can kind of put it as a twofold, right? Like, have the destiny race, right? Right. And like how I have my planner, which I have not done anything in my planner, but when you can plan things, right? You plan out, like my passion planner. That one is to gather for the what things that I want to work toward the future, right? So I like that. I really do like that, right? So they having fun, Mel and Tiffany, they took a shortcut, so they finished early. We see Marceau and Tank, they racing each other. We see Destiny and Tisha. I was really thoroughly surprised that Tisha, I thought Destiny was going to have it, but nope, Tisha did it, right? So then, Tiffany and Lewis, they thanked everyone for coming to their anniversary party, right? But Tiffany's like, why does every time we all have to get together, it's always an argument between Mel and Martell, right? Now, Destiny, I will say, though, I don't think you should have chimed in on this situation, but I got where you were coming from. And then there was, when Marcel was like, and I don't like when people do that to me. Like, I let you speak, let me speak. But Destiny was saying some real factual shit to Martell, right? Destiny said to Martell that with him, that, he is very passive aggressive. He is. And that when it comes down to the stuff between him and Mel, he starts it. Sometimes he starts it, sometimes she starts it. In that situation last time, Mel started it. But he says things, and I've been saying this since the last season, that Martell says things that he knows will get under Mel's skin and he just lets it marinate. Now, like I've been saying about Mel, I wish Mel would get to the point where Mel can be like, you know what, Martell, I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to get me riled up so that way I can interact with you. But what I'm not going to do, Martell, ho, what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to give you that satisfaction. That's where Mel needs to get. And why am I still talking with that accent? So then Miss Marlene come over and she's like, you're not a hoe. That is not your ex-husband. That is not. But what's wrong with what Destiny said, right? Now that, yes, miss me with that shit, right? But what she was saying to him was some real shit. And you should feel with friendships, relationships, any kind of relationship, friendship, family, whatever. You should feel like you can be able to come to the people and tell them when they're right and also when they're wrong. Like, there shouldn't be an issue with that, right? So, Destiny was right about Ms. Marlene. She was his guard. She was his bodyguard in this episode. She was, and you notice his mama was talking to Destiny. He ain't had nothing to say. He was quiet the entire time, right? So then we see Ms. Marlene, her and Vanessa are talking, right? And they talking about getting together and doing some stuff with the grandkids, because I guess they've always done stuff with the kids together. So they're going to do that. Then Wanda and her curls come over there being messy per usual, right? Oh, I was talking to Mel and Martell and I told them that they should get back together. Miss Vanessa was like, you know what? On that one, I ain't got nothing to do with it. Then she was talking about, then Vanessa mentioned the fact that Wanda has gone on social. Now see, here's my thing. Wanda knows what she be doing. So you went on social media telling women that are having affairs with men who are married that they need to get what the wife isn't getting. What the fuck does that even mean? Get what the wife isn't getting. The only thing that the wife is not getting is the penis that is supposed to be exclusive to their home. Like, let's keep it real. The only thing a mistress is getting is penis. She can go get penis from another man that is not attached to another woman. So what is she really getting? Because what the wife is getting, get what the wife isn't getting. The only thing that the wife is not getting is a faithful man. And so tell me, what can the other woman get? Because he's not faithful to his wife. He's not being faithful to you. And obviously you're a secret, so he's either ashamed of you or he looks down so low at you that he thinks of you as a, I ain't gonna say it, but you know what I'm actually gonna say it. He probably looks down so low and you think, oh, this is just some hoe that I'm fucking. Let's keep it real. So Wanda, tell me, what is the other woman getting? Because the wife is getting, she has a house, she has the home, the ring, which don't mean a thing, and the family. Again, that doesn't mean a thing, right? What the wife does have, it means absolutely it means absolutely zero. So yeah, but get what the wife isn't getting. The only thing that the wife is not getting is her husband being faithful to her. So how's the other woman gonna get something that the wife can't even get? So that's when Marlene was like, you know what, I'm dipping out, right? So then Vanessa was talking about the fact that Wanda has a boyfriend and a husband. Yeah, I put that out there. Wanda, you're proud of that? No wonder you telling these women to get what they not getting, tell the other woman to get what the wife isn't getting. So is your boyfriend getting what your husband not getting? No. Because your husband ain't getting some faithful vagina, so girl, birds of a feather, huh? Birds of a feather. So then Wanda wants to sit here and try to say that, and y'all know they made this insinuation that Vanessa was cheating with Mel's father. And she says, no, I wouldn't. So then her and Wanda got into it, and Vanessa like, I ain't with this ghetto stuff. Ghetto, ghetto. No, she said ghetto, ghetto, get. I get ghetto, ghetto. I'm like, Wanda, ghetto has an H in it. Ghetto, ghetto, not ghetto, ghetto, ghetto. I mean, she kept saying ghetto. So then Mel comes over and she's like, what's going on? So Mel and Tisha basically try to break the situation up. When Tisha tried to touch Miss Vanessa, don't put your hands on me. I was like, ooh, back up, Tisha. Back up. Now, Tisha tries to say that they're both wrong. Just because she called your mama ghetto, your mama goes low. Like your mama goes to the earth's core. Like your mama goes to the earth's core. So girl, okay. But they finally, broke it up, and not Tiffany, but no, Tisha was talking to her mama, and basically, I guess like they've been saying, sanction Wanda from all events, and that's unless Carlos, if Carlos King got a say in it, which sometimes he does. Carlos gonna bring Wanda to whatever event he want to bring her to. That's the review, you guys. Let me know what you guys thought about it. Leave your comments in the comments section below. Subscribe to the channel. Notifications turned on. Share the video, and with that, I hope you guys have a great weekend, rest of your weekend. I hope you guys have a great Halloween. Be safe out there, you guys. Be safe. Stay safe. Take care of yourselves. Wash your hands. Wear a mask, you guys. Socially distance, and I'm going to catch you guys later on. So I'll see you guys later for Insecure Potomac finale. I don't know why Potomac is going to have a 4-part freaking reunion. And I'll see you guys for Salt Lake City. Bye, guys.